Can I open an IRA or Roth IRA while living in France? Cedric.
Yeah, that's something that we do. That's the main thing that I try to bring to my clients is bring some value and some peace of mind, because if you already have an IRA in the US and you're custodian, or the firm is maybe not allowing you to change your address, so you're going to keep it with a US address even if you don't live there. But you can, and that's something that most people don't know, you can open an account with your French address without any issues. There's not many custodians allow it, but we work with we partner with custodians that will do that. And then it's peace of mind for the client that they know that they get mail in France, everything is set up with their French address. And then if you have an IRA, but you don't have a Roth IRA, then you can open a Roth IRA while being in France. You can contribute depending on the earned income. But you can, if you qualify, you can contribute to the account, and you can also do Roth conversions every year. So you have up to December 31st each year to decide of the amount, and then you can convert from a traditional to a Roth, so you can get that tax deferred and tax free growth.
So that's good to know. You mentioned with the Roth, assuming that you assume that there is income, right? Because you need to have taxable income, right? Yeah. So that I remember seeing a debate. There was some teachers at an international school who were arguing together with their preferred tax advisor that the only reason that they don't have income is because of the Section 911 foreign income exclusion. So were it not for that, they would have income and therefore able to invest in a Roth. So they were planning to pick a fight with the IRS. Do you know anyone else who has taken that position? Any other expats and have won?
I don't know right now. Yeah, I don't know if any, but yeah, I know that's something that hopefully will change. But I would say even if you don't contribute to the Roth, if you can contribute to the traditional IRA, then you can do the backdoor Roth. You can convert over time. But yeah, I think if you can, that's great. If you cannot contribute, at least you can make sure that your current IRA is in a place where your French address, is not an issue. Yeah.
Okay, understood. Because we're already aware that some platforms in the US don't like dealing with clients who've moved outside of the US. And then I've seen some clients say, well, hey, I use a VPN and it's fine. And then I have other clients that say, no, they can tell when I'm using a VPN and I still get locked out.
Yeah, the stories that I hear the most is right now, it's you have an account, you have an online account, so all you use is the online account, but then it's shut down. So then to reset the online account, you need a US phone number. Then it's an issue if you don't have a US phone number. And then, some platforms, as soon as they find out that you're not in the US, then they can shut down the account. So I used to work for Wells Fargo Advisors, and they made that financial decision to get rid of the expat market. They didn't want to deal with expat. So pretty much I understand I had to give those the notice to my clients. I had to let them know, well, I'm sorry, you're in Norway. We've been servicing you for 10 years. We have to let you go. We have to close the account. So it's happening more and more. You see Merrill Lynch, JP Morgan. And you see even Fidelity. So it's kind of all over the place. The firms are making that financial decision to not, deal with the expats. So you have to be aware of that especially if you use someone else's address, you might not get an email. You might not get a notice, because if you're not looking at it, you're not paying attention, the account could close without you knowing about it. So that could be a big tax event.
And to be clear, because there's been, again, some discussion that this has nothing to do with SEC rules. It simply has to do with the policy framework for the financial institution. They don't want the additional compliance burden, and which comes at an additional cost and an additional risk when you deal with Americans abroad. Am I correct in saying that?
Yeah, and it's also like even some firms don't allow it, but then it's each advisor decide when they apply the rules, because pretty much an advisor can know that the client is overseas, and they know that they cannot change the address, and they're not going to look at. They want to keep the account, the revenue coming in. So sometimes the advisor eventually will make the decision, without, sometimes it comes from management. If your boss says, you have to disclose it, then at some point the advisors have to be on board and go with the firm. But with Wells Fargo, a lot of advisors were kind of still hiding it, and you could tell at some point management said, no, there's no exception. So then, some firms are going to be kind of slow to make changes because they want to keep the clients. But then at some point, they're all, pretty strict. In the last few years, you see more and more firms making that decision, and it's a financial decision. Yeah.
Absolutely.
So if you're a 6, 7, or 8-figure investor, entrepreneur, or business owner who needs a tailor-made solution from a qualified team of professionals, we can help you achieve the international lifestyle, the freedom, and even the tax savings you're looking for. Visit us at htj.tax and live that international life.